alternatives when it comes to stage 2. Number 1, it's a breakup. In many cases, some of them, when they find these 5 Ds, they get all, forget it. That's it. Because maybe somebody else at the workplace or maybe someplace else begins to pay attention to them, and they're feeling that first stage of honeymoon where everything's going great, because see, they don't experience any bills with them, they don't experience any lifestyle with them, they don't experience anything else. So they start arguing with each other about, I'm going to break up. This is it. I don't want it. And they're just fooled that they go into any other relationship thinking that it's going to stay in stage 1, because eventually that relationship is going to become stage 2 too. And it's just might even be worse. So then they have breakup, or there's going to be a breakdown. They begin to get depressed and they start living. You go sleep over there, I'm sleeping over here, and they get a breakdown. But the third thing is what we need, a breakthrough. That's what happens. We need a breakthrough. And this morning I want us to focus in on a breakthrough. Most marriages in America today never get past stage 2. Did you know that the average marriage that lasts is only 7.2 years a marriage lasts? This kind of reminds me of that cartoon that I always try to tell you guys and get the tarantan at the end and see if we get it this time. That cartoon where there was that bridegroom who was standing there with his best man, waiting for the bride to come into the auditorium. And he's kind of shaking. He's a little bit nervous. So his best man went next to him and says, hey, are you kind of nervous? And the bridegroom said, yeah, I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous. And the best man goes, yeah, I don't blame you. 5 to 7 years is a long time. Yeah, you got it that time. Because the average marriage in America today is 7.2 years. So that means that they never get a stage 3. They go through the honeymoon stage and then they get stuck in the debating stage of 2. The party's over and everything comes crashing in. They realize we do have differences. They begin to realize we look at the world differently. So there's either a breakup or a breakdown. I'm just going to coexist with my spouse here in depression, in misery for the rest of my life. I'm in yuck. You don't need to go through that. You can have a breakthrough in your marriage. And so there's the breakthrough to stage 3. So what is stage 3? Stage 3 is mature love. Mature love. I like what Matthew Henry wrote. Eve was made by God, not out of his head to be ruled over him, nor out of his feet to be trampled upon him, but out of his side to be equal with him, under his arm to be protected by him, and near his heart to be loved by him. That's it, gang. We find this described in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Go ahead and turn to 1 Corinthians chapter 13. And we looked at in verses 4 through 7. Notice what it says. Love suffers long, or in other words, love is patient. Let me just pause and say, that is how you make it a stage 3. Love is patient. Man, love is kind. Love does not envy. Love does not boast. It is not proud. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. Love is not easily angered. Let me say that one again. Love is not easily angered. Love keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always preserves. As I was talking to this one young man, as he wanted to be able to get his marriage to go from stage 2 to stage 3, we opened up to this scripture and I told him, now I want you to put your name in place of love. And when you do, I want you to think about your spouse. I am kind. I don't envy. I do not boast. I'm not proud. I'm not rude. I'm not self-seeking. I'm not easily angered in my marriage. I mean, I want you to put your name down in there. That's what is described here, mature love, what we just read in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. It's not infatuation. It's not romanticism. So ladies, stop watching that women's entertainment network lifestyles. As you look at that big hunk of a dude and he's all sensitive to the girls. Oh, anything you say, baby. And he's all buffed out and he's all sensitive and stuff. Stop comparing your man to that. Or those novelas. Those, what do you call them in the morning? That's what it was, bro. Soap operas. Stop playing with the soap. Instead, be mature love. Know that love is a choice. We compare our guys to all these guys that come pouncing in and being nice and everything. And oh, look at how big he exercises 10 times a day. And wow, why isn't my husband like that? Hey, honey, how you doing, baby? You know, hey, come on now. Please. I'm kidding. I want to give you some words of the characteristics when it comes to the stage 3, mature love. Here's what you can look for when you find yourself in the mature love stage, or what you want to aim for when it comes to the mature love stage. I want our marriage to go from stage 2 to stage 3. I want this. Well, then I did it in an acrostic word of trust. T-R-U-S-T. So the first letter in trust is T. T for tenderness. There's tenderness in your marriage. You're gentle, not judgmental with each other. You're careful with each other's feeling and you're not out to destroy each other. You're tender. T for tender. R for respect and responsibility. You respect your spouse. You treat them with appreciation. Responsibility also, you accept responsibility for your part of the marriage. Yeah, Pastor, tell them. It's 50-50. No, it's not 50-50, gang. It's 100%, 100%. That's exactly what it is. You, for understanding. To know and accept your differences. To recognize and realize that you are different. You got to realize that you two are different. You're not alike. The beauty is God didn't make you alike. In most cases, in most marriages, God is kind of like laughing up there because he normally puts two together and they're normally opposites. You know, one talks a lot, blah, 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 and the other one just nods his head. And, you know, one's quick to order. Hey, man, before the waitress gets there, I'll have a cheeseburger with, you know, this and that, and make sure you put the lettuce and the tomatoes and all that. And the other one's like this. Not ready. Can you please come back? Give me another 15 minutes, another 20 this type. You know, total opposites. One is Unger and one is the other dude. You know, one's messy and one's clean. And so we find ourselves, you got to understand that you got to accept that you're going to be different. Recognize and realize that you two are different. That God, he made you differently. And when you're able to do that, and out of this understanding comes the next one, which is S, for security. Mature love has a security that says, no matter what happens, honey, we're going to make it. You're not threatened when you have disagreements. When you argue or the arguments come along, you don't get afraid and start to think, oh no, maybe our marriage is dying. Oh no, it's going to end. No, you have security in your marriage. You say, I'm committed to you regardless, period. That's stage 3, gang. Some people are in a marriage and they're like dating still. You know how it is. You get into your first argument and it might even be over. I'll tell you what, it's over in a few minutes, but here's how it goes. Oh yeah? Well, forget it then, I'm leaving. Oh, you are? Okay, I'm going. Oh, you're going to leave? All right then, let's get the big D, man. Let's get divorced. We're finished. It's over with. And they're all mad because she burnt the tortilla. Man, come on. And all sad, upset. You know what? Forget it. And they start arguing. They're dating. Oh, I'm not going to pick you up. What are you talking about? I live here. You know? And it's like they're dating. There's security when it comes to mature marriage. You know what? I don't care what we go through, man. I'm committed to you regardless. You know, I don't really like doing this, but you know what, guys? I think at this point we need to say this. Husbands or wives, turn around and tell that your spouse, I'm committed to you. Tell them that, I'm committed to you. Somebody needs to hear that this morning. Somebody was going to walk to church.